Yo, what is up, you guys? Apex Boom, welcome to a brand new series on the channel, The Ultimate Beginner's Guide to Sneaker Body. I know a lot of you guys email me, DM me, send me messages on Discord, Twitter, asking how to begin sneaker body and where do you even begin because you have no clue.
We gotta become entrepreneurs!
With this series, we're going to tackle every single last question you guys have as detailed as possible to benefit you guys, of course. Because, of course, the only reason you want to start sneaker bodying is to sneaker resell and to make profits. Because if you're not, then why are you doing this? Because you're going to be wasting money.
Hello, I like money.
Okay. But the whole point of this channel and this video is just an overview of all the topics we're going to go over. Because this, like I said, this is a series. This isn't just one video. It's going to consist of multiple videos, either once a week or a couple times a week. We're going to go over sneaker servers, proxies, bots, which bots you should buy, cook groups, virtual cards, modifying your address, so on and so forth. All of these topics that are meant to help you guys be able to succeed and be able to make a profit. Because like I said before, if you're just doing it just for, just for fun, of course you can do that. But I hope you're in it to make some money, or you're gonna be a sad camper within like the first month. Because I don't know if you guys know this, but sneaker bodying, of course, you see videos on YouTube, you see my videos and other YouTubers, content creators out there, and you see we're able to hit. You have to keep in mind that this just didn't happen overnight for us. This is from, I won't even say months, but over time, just eventually getting better and improving our setups and doing things like that. Because if we weren't doing that, we wouldn't be hitting like we are now. Now, keep in mind, this stuff is very, very still in the air. Sites are always constantly changing up to combat bots in the first place. So it isn't always guaranteed that you'll hit every single last time. Look back at my old videos. I have plenty of them. I take nothing but L's. You will know, and I know firsthand. So don't ever feel discouraged, even when you do start, that, oh, I'm not hitting anything, this sucks, oh, I'm gonna give up. No, don't give up. Only the strong survive. The cream always rises to the top. You have to keep that in mind. It is the survival of the fittest out here, especially with this sneaker buying stuff, because it is expensive. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, it is expensive and it's difficult starting off. Now, it all depends on who you are as a person and how deep and how steep the learning curve is for you. If you can pick it up, boom, right in a snap, perfect. But if it takes you some time like it did me, then of course, as long as you stay with it and you're constantly trying to improve, you will get better. I promise you that, because I was the same way. Like I said, look at my older videos if you don't believe me. Of course I hit pretty often now, but go back to, my old videos. It would be literally months in between where I hit anything. So keep that in mind. Alright, but of course, like I said before, this series will be broken down into several parts, and then this video will be covering sneaker bots, proxies, and sneaker servers. Now, just to reiterate, like I said earlier, many of you guys have hit me up saying, where do you begin? How do you begin? Like, what actually entails sneaker body and how to start off successful? First off, I'll say this. No one comes out starting off successful per se. First, they have to begin, and that is with a sneaker bot. Now, it all depends on your budget at the end of the day. If you're like me, you only have around $400 to $500 to spend. Now, granted, you have to do your research. If you're in the market for a bot that's a couple $1,000s, you have to know it. You have to really know it, you guys. So there's literally going to be money down the drain. This sneaker buying stuff is no joke at all. And I just want to keep on pushing that to you guys, because it can cost a lot of money, and it can get very, 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 very costly if you're not careful and if you're just careless with your money.
But in the end, we decided to just give it all away.
Come again, sir. I'm getting back in line.
I would say, like I covered in my previous video talking about which sneaker bots you should start off with. Man, A and B, Dashy, or NSB would be you guys' best choices. You don't have to worry about trying to deal with someone else if you wanted to. You can get it for, of course, either $500 or anything below that. And even if you're in the market for a more expensive bot that's a couple $1,000s, bot broker would be your way to go, because you don't have to worry about dealing with anyone that may be shady or anything like that. Of course, they have reputable sources outside of bot broker to purchase bots, but just from my opinion, bot broker would be the best way, the most efficient way, the most smoothest way to me, because you can just buy your bot simply Everything 100% ownership is transferred over to you. You don't have to worry about any headaches, no one trying to get over on you, nothing. Everything belongs to you. Keep that in mind, you guys. Now, just to get back on subject though, NSB, Dashy, AMB bot, those would be, in my opinion, the best bots to start off with. Now, if you want me to be a little bit more direct, I would say, for my opinion, just because, as you guys have seen my channel, of course, NSB would probably be my choice of a bot to start off with, simply because of the vast amount of sites it supports and its consistency and its success with it. As you guys know, NSB supports Shopify, Foot Sites, Supreme, User Supply, so on and so forth. And it performs well for the most part. You know, it doesn't really have that many problems, or it's not very inconsistent. You're going to be getting the most bang out of your buck because you're not paying $2,000 or $3,000 for a bot. Because you have to keep in mind, even when you start using that $2,000 to $3,000 bot, everything you make leading up to the price is basically like you're making your money back off the bot. You know, like, for example, let's say you profit about $2,000 to $3,000 in 3 months. That's just you officially making your money back off the bot. But if you had NSB or Dash or AMB, you can literally make your money back within a few weeks to a month. Simple as that. Now, granted, NSB does have the highest cost at $500 yearly, but trust me, you guys, with the vast amount of features and its capabilities, you are more than, don't even worry about making your money back. You are going to make your money back. Same goes with Dashy. Dashy is the cheapest out of the three. Now, granted, it can fluctuate in price, because if you get it from Bot Broker, if you get a renewal copy, that is going to be, I believe, around $225 to $250. But while it has the cheapest price at the moment, I would say it does have the most expensive renewal fee, because you do have to pay $50 a month. But with the capabilities and the features and just how well Dashy works on certain sites, you will, of course, make your money back easily. So you shouldn't even stress that. You guys should know that Dashy is one of the best, literally, seriously, one of the best user supply bots out right now at this very moment. It absolutely annihilates user supply without a doubt. And you got to keep in mind, you guys, user supply is extremely hard to buy, and Dashy is absolutely killing it. So keep that in mind. Now with AMB comes in at a cost of $325. Every 6-month renewal of $60. That is completely fine. Like I said, I'm not sure AMB's capabilities on sites like Shopify or Supreme at the very moment, but foot sites, AMB has foot sites on lock, without a doubt, you guys. It works extraordinarily well on foot sites. If you guys want a dope foot sites bot and you're willing to, you know, of course, pay $325, that would be your way to go. But like I said, for my opinion, out of the three, I would just go with NSB. You would get the most bang out of your buck with NSB, in my opinion, because as you guys know, you guys see me use it in my videos. The bot works very, very well, and it's very, very consistent. And I don't even showcase all of the capabilities it has. It has a built-in monitor feature, where literally, if a hype pair of shoes with a shock drop on a random website and you're connected to the monitor and you have the keywords to pick up that product, without a doubt, you're gonna cook. You're gonna absolutely cook. Let's say the shoes go for $800 and you get 2 pair. That's about like, what, $1,600 in profit, minus what the retail is and shipping and taxes and all that stuff. The fact is that you make your money back. That's all you have to worry about with this, guys. Now, granted, you have to be safe. There are plenty of scammers out there, places outside of their website, official website, or bot broker. You have to go through Botmart or the Title Marketplace, which are very, very reputable. Just keep in mind, there are scammers everywhere. You need a verified middleman if you want to do business there. That's why I can't stress to you guys enough starting off. I would start off with a bot like NSB, where you can purchase directly from the website, or you can go with AMB, which you can purchase directly from the website, of course, or go with Dash, which you can purchase from Bot Broker and get a renewal copy for around $225 to $250. Keep in mind, you have to pay $50 every month in a renewal, but you're gonna make that back easily. So just keep that in mind, you guys. Of course, there are plenty more bots out there. If you're actually fine with paying a couple $1,000s to start off with, you have to remember, you have to do your research. And I will honestly, you guys, just go with Bot Broker starting off as your first ever bot, and you're willing to drop a few $1,000s. Just go through Bot Broker. That way you don't really know how to work a middleman or all this other things. Now, granted, if you want to, that is completely fine. But with Bot Broker, everything is 100% safe. You get your bot, you have 100% ownership of it, like I said before. Just keep that in mind, you guys. But yes, this wraps up the topic of sneaker bots. Keep in mind, this is for beginners. This isn't like intermediate or experts. This is for everyone who's looking to start off and wants a bot that works very, very well, but they're not willing to drop an arm and a leg on it just to use it. Because like I said, you guys, this isn't a learning curve. So you don't want to drop thousands of dollars and you don't know what you're doing yet. Next, we have proxies. Now, to put proxies in more simpler terms, imagine them as the rocket fuel to your bot. The more rocket fuel you have, aka proxies, the more you're able to do with the bot and the further you can go with it, the more flexibility you have with the bot in terms of dropping delays and the amount of tasks you can have as a whole. Now, there are two main types of proxies: ISP proxies and residential proxies. ISP proxies are literally one of the best things you can have because of their speeds and the amount of sites that they aren't banned on. Now, they work the most effectively, in my opinion, on foot sites, Supreme, and also Shopify when Antibyte isn't up. They work extremely well then, especially on foot sites. And the reason I say this is because residential proxies, on the other hand, they are, make sure you get high quality ones when you do get residential proxies. But a lot of the times you have data that goes along with these residential proxies, and that can vary anything from 1 gigabyte, 2 gigabytes, 5 gigabytes, 10 gigabytes. But on foot sites, when they put up this thing called a GIF on extremely hyped up drops, man, it literally drains all your data super duper quick, especially depending on how many tasks you have. If you have 500, 600 tasks, you're gonna go through 5, 6 gigabytes in 10, 15 minutes without a doubt. That's why ISPs, on the other hand, can be your best friend because there is no data limit. It is unlimited data, and they're just extremely good working proxies anyways. If you're going for foot sites or Supreme, or like I said, Shopify when Antibyte is down, without a doubt, get ISP proxies. They are worth the investment without a doubt in my mind, you guys. Seriously, I'm being dead serious. If you pair ISPs with the server and you're going for something like foot sites, you're gonna cook regardless of the fact. Now, it still depends on the bot, if it's up to date, how well it works, and things of that nature. But even with that setup alone of having a great server and then ISPs, you're gonna cook the living daylights out because, granted, you do have a more limited amount of tasks you can make. You have extremely good ISPs to go with those, so you're more than likely to hit. Keep that in mind. Now, that's ISP proxies. On the other hand, we have residentials, which I just said. Of course, residential proxies, they are very, very well utilized on foot sites and Supreme. Not really Shopify because, of course, their speeds are a lot more slower. But keep in mind, the only big difference between ISPs and residentials is the fact that you have to pay per gigabyte with residentials. So like I said before, that can vary anything from 1 gigabyte, 2 gigabytes, 5 gigabytes, 10 gigabytes, 20 gigabytes. It all depends on how much you need. Keep that in mind, you guys. Overall, both the proxies work very, very well, but in my opinion, I would go with ISPs. Last but not least, we have sneaker servers. Now, as you guys may or may not know, the main purpose of sneaker servers is to bring the best out of your bot. Now, the reason this is because of simply their performance and everything else regarding that. If you don't have good PC specs, you're going to need a server because your bot can't even handle running 5 or 6 or 7 tasks. Trust me, I know. My PC, my laptop, it literally cannot even run 2 tasks going locally on it without crashing or without being extremely slow. So your best bet is going to be getting a sneaker server if you want to. On the other hand, if you have a pretty good PC that can handle your bot, hey, and if that works for you, keep at that. But when it comes to certain releases like foot size releases, I would strongly suggest getting a server, because if you pair a server with ISP proxies, guys, that is a lethal combination. That is a very, very lethal combination. You are going to cook without a doubt, you guys. I promise you. But for the most part, just keep in mind that sneaker servers are meant to bring the best out of your bot. Of course, there are plenty of different providers out there. Of course, you have Space Proxies, they provide sneaker servers. A&B Bot, they even provide sneaker servers. There are many different providers to obtain a server from, so keep that in mind. But the main purpose of sneaker servers is to bring out the best in your bot. You also have AWS service and Google Cloud service as well to go off of. Now, please bear in mind, if you're going to go for Shopify Supreme, I would strongly suggest going local over using a sneaker server only if your PC can handle it. If your PC cannot handle it, please get yourself a server. But if your PC can't handle it, please don't get yourself a server. Save yourself the money and go locally. You will still have the same results for the most part. Now, on the other hand, if you're going for foot sites, especially an extremely hyped up release, without a doubt, please get yourself a server. Please. Doesn't matter if you have a good PC or not. What you can do is run one bot locally and run another on the server and see how well they both do. But without a doubt, you guys, for an extremely hyped up foot sites drop, please do yourself a favor and get yourself a server, whether it's a AWS server, like I said before, which I strongly recommend, or a Google Cloud server, or a Space Proxies server, which I also strongly recommend. Get whatever type of server you feel comfortable paying the price for, whether it be $40 or $70 or $90. It all depends on your price range. But yeah, you guys, this wraps up this section of the beginner's guide to sneaker buying. I hope it was helpful. I hope I was detailed enough. If I missed out on anything, please do not hesitate to either email me, leave me a DM or a message, or even comment down below. If you guys liked the video, please drop it a like and subscribe. Thank you guys for all your support. Stay safe, wear a mask, happy holidays. Until next time, guys, which is very soon. Deuces.